And a peek into the locker room. Players. Welcome. Sports fans, thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. So a look at our starters for the Heat. Adebayo and Ware together inside. Then there's Tyler Hero, then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Highsmith in at the 2 spot. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
Now here's Barrett, pass to Barnes. Back to Barrett. Barnes with a screen on Adebayo. Barrett passes to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You love to see it. Barrett operating the pick and roll like a surgeon.
Wiggins with a screen on Barnes. Adebayo from long range. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Toronto with the ball. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Barnes a screen. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Toronto needs to get off a shot here.
Well, this is what makes him a complete two-way player. Great defense there from Bam Adebayo.
And keeping the play alive with his activity. I love the effort.
Now here's Hero. Ware connects from downtown. Ware's got 5 now.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Barrett into the lane. Ingram, the pass to Mamukelashvili. Outside Ingram. Pass to Mamukelashvili. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Wiggins. Over to the left wing. Here's Adebayo. Rebound Toronto.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. Basket's good.
Well, there's that smooth jumper of Ingram. so outstanding at just creating space and rising up over the top.
Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Ware. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, Ingram's very efficient when he gets the ball that close to the basket.
And for Tyler Hero, people immediately think of the shooting, but there's much more to his game, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., look, he's much improved as a playmaker. As a rookie, he only averaged about 2 assists. But last year, I think he was over 5, and he gives a consistent effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Barrett. He's scoreless. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Here's Adebayo. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Ingram, the pass to Barnes. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
There's such a presence in close. Barnes fighting through the whistle and getting his.
And the first one at the line is good. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Now here's Hero. Nails it from 3.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And here's Ingram from the arc. Counted from distance. Ingram's got 7.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Hero against Dick. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. 3-pointer. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram out there with Grady Dick. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
I like how selective Barrett is with taking threes. It's a big reason why he shoots a good percentage.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. 18 feet out. Toronto grabs the miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Highsmith, and the layup is good off the glass. Highsmith's got his first points of the game. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room that can rally a franchise.
So it's Miami now, following the 3-point basket by Toronto. From outside the arc, and it's Ware missing. Raptors lead by 8. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter.
Wow, such a skilled 5. Bam's passing is really important to this offense.
Outside Dick. It's Barrett on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go. Barrett's got 6.
That right there, That's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Stand while they're cobbling together in offense, the Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, BA, only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating, making that commitment a key pillar of the Heat culture.
Now here's Ingram. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Well, I can tell you as a coach, you've got a lot of confidence in Ingram taking that shot.
Outside Adebayo. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto leading by 12. Out to the right wing. Here's Mamukelashvili, hounded by Wiggins. Outside for Ingram. The 3 ball. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. Wiggins finds Adebayo. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Yeah, you look at the different ways Bam Adebayo can impact the game. He's a player everyone wants on their team.
Barnes a screen. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto leading by 10. Barrett with it. Now Wiggins defending. Wiggins with a steal. Here's Adebayo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
There's a guy who just stays active all the time. Bam Adebayo.
And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And so here is Toronto. Miami making their last shot. Here's Mamukelashvili. Off target with the 3. Hero right side. Pass to Ware. Now Adebayo. The shot won't fall. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Khalil Ware, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. We've got Norman Powell. Johnson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Yakuchonis. And it's Jovic in at the center position. Well, coach, since entering the league, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been lauded for his strong fundamentals.
Yeah, BA, he's got tremendous footwork, makes great use of the pump fake, and he is a tough physical player who can finish in traffic or hurt you in the post.
A line change here for Toronto. Now here's Quickly.
Heat foul. Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Takes a 3.
Well, good shot contest there from Jaquez. You can count on him to compete defensively.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. They held a 12-point lead earlier. About a minute played here in the second half. And it's Quickly with a miss. Heat trail by 8. It's Jaquez on the wing. The kick out to Johnson. Bobo with the rebound. Toronto has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Picked by Pirtle. To the right side. Quickly deciding where to go with it. And Jaquez over to help. And it's quickly with a miss.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Miami moving it around. Pass to Yakichonis. Oh, and there's the whistle. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's check.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Shooting for Miami.
I've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Quickly outside. Going inside. Pass to Battle. Off target from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Pirtle with a screen on Powell. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Thank you. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you, Brian.
All for one. Ali, thanks for the report. Here's Mobo. No points yet. Oh, they get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does stink. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Second personal foul.
Minute 32 left in the third. Quickly outside. Down low. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Here's Yakichonis. And there's the screen. Pass to Jovic for the tie. Hits the trifecta. Jovic has got 6.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Pirtle with a screen on Powell. Quickly passes to Abaji.
Heat foul.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Ingram. He's got 10. And again, Toronto, no good. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. And the basket by Highsmith. He's got 6.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Mamukelashvili. He's got 5. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Barnes. Barnes from point-blank range.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Hero. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Brady Dick out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Barrett, outside Barnes. Three-pointer, clock at 6. R.J. Barrett, that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 1.
You gotta like the quick decision-making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Adebayo with a powerful jam. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's gonna come down to a photo finish.
Heat foul. Hayward Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Left side Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Here's Highsmith, covered by Ingram. Highsmith passes to Adebayo. Here's Yakachonis. 6 to shoot. Barnes against Adebayo. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Barrett. Outside for Ingram. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Here's Dick, puts up the tray. Rebounded by Adebayo.
Toronto foul. Sandro Mamukelashvili. Second personal
That free
foul.
throw no good.
Second team foul. Shooting for Miami.
So it comes up empty at the line. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And the 3 misses. Miami trailing. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And stolen by Dick. Outside Barnes. Here's Mamukelashvili, hounded by Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Off on the
2
layup.
minutes remaining in regulation.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Bam finishes in the open floor.
Wow. Adebayo showing some leadership there in a big moment.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Here's Mamukelashvili, hounded by Wiggins. With the tip, here's Ingram. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Barnes with a rebound.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
They set the pick. Banks it home. Big shot.
Well, when a great scorer can also hurt you with the pass like Ingram did there, it makes them much tougher to defend.
Here's Yakachonis. Can't get it. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Dick. Oh, he can't get the layup. Here's Wiggins. Adebayo, a screen on Barrett. Adebayo outside. The jumper is good.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Some changes for Toronto. Jakob Pertl comes in for Mamu Kelishvili and quickly subbed in for Dick. Now here's Quickly. Barnes with a screen on Mitchell. Now Barnes. So it's the Heat taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset All right, thanks, Allie. And that about wraps it up for Stan Van Gundy.
looking forward to this trade. You're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Josh Giddey is out there with White. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Smith, and it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Oh, the jam by Ingram.
Crazy dunk from the wiry Ingram. That's going to get millions of views on whatever social media kids are using these days.
Now here's White. And the layup's good off the glass.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Dick. It's rebounded by Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Now here's Ingram. After the miss from Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Barnes can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
They set the pick. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And it's Ingram missing. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Smith kicks to Giddey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finishing the painted area. I can do that too.
Barnes screen on Giddey. Driving inside. And the dunk by Dick.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Back to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
At his position, Scotty Barnes going to set a lot of screens. You have to understand how to roll and get open. He does exactly that.
Here's White. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes. Slick drive by Buzelis. He moves well for a guy that size.
The drive by Barnes. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ingram passes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
That's big time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaving no doubt.
Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. It's stolen by Barrett. Fast break Toronto. Dick against White. Dick passes to Barnes. Yes, that goes in. And that's now 6 points for Barnes.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
White goes in. Getting no one around him. Drops in the tray.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Here's Barnes. No good on the shot. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And don't go away. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Bulls, guys, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Oh!
My goodness.
More and more, we see Ingram attack on the drive and convert it. His length and skill allow him to do so many things.
And it's White missing. Raptors trail by 5. An efficient score, Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Guys?
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. It's stolen by White. Here's Vucevic. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Raptors have gone a nice 3-3 to start the second. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. Raptors trail by 3. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Back to Ingram. Here's the 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
In working away from the ball, Ingram thrives in the catch and shoot. A player you have to stay connected to on defense.
Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Driving in, and the jam by White.
Hot off the drive, White is so explosive, leaping off the floor and throwing that one down.
Left side, Barrett. They set the screen to the inside. It's stolen by White. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Barnes. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
And it's White missing. Raptors have on 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Kick passes to Mamu Kalashvili. Vucevic against Dick. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And some good young players in the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long, the possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
The kick out to Barnes. And it's Barnes smacking it down.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots. on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
It's good from long range.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his three ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And it's Smith penetrating. Ingram with the steal. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for Toronto. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this.
30.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
So for Chicago right now, at the forwards, Okoro and Williams. Terry is out there with those Sumu. And it's Collins in at the 5. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
To the middle, here's Mobo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
Guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pirtle sets the pick for Quickly. Down low, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Solid IQ play right there from Emmanuel Quickly.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Ozumu finds Collins. There's a screen by Collins. And Okoro throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
The Raptors shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move, going from good to great. It's tougher. It will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Bulls shooting just their 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Quickly against Terry. Here's Pirtle. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the 3rd quarter. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back over to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
To the paint, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I think his frame makes him very difficult to deal with as a roll man. Pirtle can set a mean screen.
Collins setting the pick for Terry. Pass to Dosunmu. Runs a screen on quickly. Dozunmu, and he gets the bucket. Dozunmu's got 5 points so far.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there. Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Terry the pass to Collins. Now here's Dozunmu. Collins a screen on quickly. Here he goes. Dozunmu's shot is off.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Pass to Mobo.
Who's watching him?
Out left to the wing. Here's Battle. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Now, here's Dozunmu, guarded closer. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the call, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line
Now,
for
where
Yoru
the
Raptors.
officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's the floater. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Raptors. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. 3-point lead. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Grady Dick. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Buzelis. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Toronto leading by 3. Here's Dick. Inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Boy, you can see how dominant Scotty Barnes is capable of being. This guy is so aggressive right now.
Light goes in. Banked in off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Ingram passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Off target from the wing.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
It's been like that.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is...
Previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
A really talented youngster. Matas Buzelis comes from Lithuania, and they have a very rich basketball history there, and he's hoping to add to it.
Right wing, fires it up, and again it's Toronto converting.
Well, creating offense for others, challenging the heart of the defense, get into the teeth, and then spot the open shooter.
And Giddey gets it to go.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
There's the pick. Ingram dishes to Barnes. Barrett with this screen on Smith. Now Barrett. It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Here's Vucevic. Barnes with it. Defended by Giddey. White against Dick. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And all the attention goes to Dick's jump shot, but he's a willing passer as well.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Nikola Vucevic. One shot.
The free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Well, in these situations, this is who they want at the charity stripe.
Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. Smith there for the rebound. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Bulls. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Buzelis with the ball. Here's White. Now Buzelis, rebounded by Dick. A bit under 3.5 minutes of pass here in the fourth. Now Barrett. Off the glass.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position. And R.J. Barrett does just that.
Giddey puts it right back up and in.
Oh, my goodness, Josh Giddey in a big-time moment decides to knock it down.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Barrett rips down the rebound. And the Raptors with the ball. It's stolen by Smith. White up top. He's covered by Ingram. White looking around. Here's Vucevic. 4 on the shot clock. Dick with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Vucevic defending. Barrett outside. Oh, what a finish. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. After now review the
Defensive
Certainly more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And it doesn't go. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage. get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
And the starting group for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Buzelis. And it's White in at the point.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
The play will be reviewed by the NBA.
Stands.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he drops the first. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Adebayo against Smith. It's Adebayo with the drive. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh, Adebayo's in a...
Oh, big finish! Wow!
Okay, I see you.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's Highsmith. He's guarded by White. Right wing. 5 on the clock. And it's Highsmith missing.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Here's White. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
White drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. White's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Highsmith. Drops in the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
White drives in. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you guys.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Pass to Buzelis. 1:51 left to play in the first. Stolen. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Ooh, and a fast break for Chicago. Up the floor. Adebayo with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Wiggins for 3. Drills it from deep.
I like that. Give Wiggins something in rhythm, and he knocks it down.
Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
Intercepted. There's the steal. For the finish. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Just an enforcer for this team. Adebayo is no stranger to physical play, whether he's receiving it or dishing it out.
So he comes up empty, missing both. The Bulls have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Vucevic finds White. Here's Buzelis. Beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range. Buzelis has got 5 points.
And he doesn't waste any time at all. Buzelis got the ball and just attacked right away.
Adebayo passes to Powell. Adebayo is screen on Giddey. Here's Powell. Softly drops in the floater. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
It's stolen. Here's the break. White with a steal. Pass to Buzelis. With 1 on the clock. It's tipped. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's the Heat up 1. Stay with us now as we get set to break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Miami.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And you know, they've also protected the paint at a high level, sending those shots back to the sender.
Powell at the 2 with Wiggins at the 3. Adebayo and Ware together inside. And it's Highsmith in at the point. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins passes to Powell. And the 3 off target. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. Here's Adebayo. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. White with it, guarded by Adebayo. White, the pass to Vucevic. And there's a 3-second violation. So it's Miami now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Ware, over Giddey. And again, no good by Miami. Now here's White. The D's right on him. Here's Smith. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Norman Powell. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Smith. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business? Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Vucevic. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Too easy for Vucevic. He's from these interior spots.
Adebayo passes to Highsmith. Adebayo, good look. Cash money on the open jump shot. Adebayo's got 6. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Highsmith. He's guarded by White.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Chicago trailing here. White looking it over. The putback. Here's Vucevic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vucevic does.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Count it. He has 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Out to Powell. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Hammering it home, Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Smith. The rebound by Wiggins. The Heat have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. The drive by Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. That three's off the mark. The Heat with the lead. To the inside. Here's Ware. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Wow, it's good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
White drives in. The rebound by Wiggins. Miami leading by 5. Here's Ware. Giddey with a defensive effort. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Shoots over Wiggins. And again, Chicago, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Here's Yakichonis. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great rally as always. Thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Let's wrap it up and get ready for your Pocket Fight Arena Entertainment.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Then there's DeSumo. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard position. Hero, no good. Bulls trail by 6. Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Well, Miami's shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Collins outside. From the arc. No good that time.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, coming in at full speed, Hero was just too quick.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Chicago passing it around. Sunmu for 3. Rebound Miami. Itakes on the wing. Hits the three-pointer. And now an 11-point Miami lead.
The passing of Hero keeps getting better and better as his career goes on.
Jaime Jaquez gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Terry, the pass to Collins. DeSumo outside. Here's Terry. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Three-pointer Yakachonis. Collins with the rebound. Bulls trail by 8. Okoro passes to Terry. Back to Okoro. Lets it go from deep. And it's Miami with a rebound. Jovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson passes to Jovic. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you.
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Outside Johnson. Pass to Jovic. Here's Yakachonis. Hero for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Hero's got 5 now.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Here's Terry. Got it. Good job in the low post. Here's Hero. He's got 5. It's Johnson with a drive. Banked it in off the glass. And the Heat lead by 11.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Oh, he picked him clean. And pushing it up. Here's Miami.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Here's Dosunmu. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here we go, one-on-one. Three-pointer Yakachonis. The putback. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. The shot by Johnson, no good. Bulls trail by 14. Dosunmu can't hit. Pass to Hero. Fires the 3. Cuts off the pass. Oh, got a piece of it. To the middle. Here's Okoro. And that one drops for him. Okoro's got his first 2 points.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Hero for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Miami, now holding a 12-point lead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. At the forward slots, it's Wiggins and Bam. Then there's Khalil Ware. Then there's Powell. And it's Highsmith in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Shoots from 12. Chicago grabs the miss.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Okoro. Powell pulls it in. Heat leading by 12. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Tipped. Inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
It just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Adebayo with it. Now guarded by White. Back to Adebayo. Where the screen. From downtown, they get it back. Out to Powell. Where the screen. Here's the floater, and that one good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Heat leading by 19. Pass to Highsmith. Launches a three. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3, knocks down the long J.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Bulls trail by 20. Giddy with it. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Powell passes to Wiggins. Outside Adebayo. Here's Highsmith. Giddy defends. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo, that's good.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
And out of bounds, the Heat will take it.
Heat ball.
And it's Miami's ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Pulls it from the top of the key. And again, it's Miami converting. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Fires it from 18. White can't hit. Miami has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, B.A., ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Bam Adebayo.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Adebayo, no good. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Here's Smith. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Wiggins. Powell outside. Stolen by Giddy. Smith with it. Picked up by Ware. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound Miami. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And he's going for the oop here. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Now White. Shot clock at 6. Fires away from way outside. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Dick is out there with Ingram. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5, home in the paint. And the player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Now, here's Adebayo after R.J. Barrett's miss.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
Barrett finds Ingram. Barrett against Wiggins. And Barrett slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Ware. And there's the drive. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Ingram attacking. Mamu Kelishvili passes to Barrett. 6 to shoot. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
Toronto shooting their first free throw this game. You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package, or he can pound it on your head.
Here's Highsmith. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Now here's Ingram. Barnes, right side. Ingram passes to Dick. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Barrett for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's stolen by Barrett. It's Ingram on the wing. Launches it. Sinks the triple.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Now here's Wiggins. There's a screen. Going in slow.
Unreal.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Miami Heat's own Dwayne Wade enjoying this game tonight.
A Miami legend. Wade brought championship gold to this franchise, and for that, they built him a statue outside this building.
Now here's Powell. He has yet to score.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Out to Ingram. Here's the screen. Barnes outside. 4 on the clock. Over Adebayo. Barnes can't get it to go.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Powell against Ingram. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
3 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Highsmith. Back to Adebayo. Ingram with the steal. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. He's guarded by Adebayo. And Powell with the basket on the assist by Adebayo.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami ahead, up by 5. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Dick. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5. Ingram, it's good. Ingram's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Raptors.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Here's Highsmith. Dick defending. And he drives in. Highsmith's shot is good. Highsmith got his second bucket of the game to go. Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Well, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
Ingram finds Dick. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Highsmith's shot is good. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They trail by 3. Here's Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Put it down hard.
Watch out below.
Woo. And that one is hammered home.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Ingram passes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Yeah, that's what makes Dick dangerous. You can't just play him as an outside shooter. He'll go to the hoop like he did there.
They set the pick. Adebayo kicks to Ware. Pass to Highsmith. Miami needs to get a shot off. Ware, no good.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
And that one's good, Barnes.
The defense could not keep up with Barnes on that drive. He just took it right to him.
And stolen by Barnes. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Barnes sets a screen for Dick. And it's Barnes sliding it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
For your Heat, Lakers, and crew, let's go!
The Heat trail by 8, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Here's the screen. Here's Highsmith. Dick defending. Ware passes to Highsmith. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Wiggins. That's a 2 from Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Dick finds Barrett. Out to Ingram. The tray. The shot, no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Raptors lead by 6. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half court shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Grady Dick displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
Johnson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Jokic Jonas. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's where Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. The shot by Jokic Jonas, no good. Raptors leading by 6. Quickly looking it over. To the middle, here's Pirtle, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Pirtle's got his first points in this one. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
Pass to Battle. Lets it go with a 3. Second chance effort, and Pirtle lays it up and in. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he just outworked everybody there. Give him credit. He deserved to be rewarded for that effort.
Tears Hero with a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Mobo. He's covered by Hero. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Outside, Hero. Teardrop shot. Up again. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Jokic Jonas. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
But Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. The Heat trail by 11. Outside, Hero. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Jovic. Jaquez with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Jaquez has got himself on the board with 3 there. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. Quickly the pass to Abaji. They set the pick. Pocket 6. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Jovic, no good. Raptors leading by 8. And here is Quickly. Bucket is good. Quickly's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out. Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Stolen by Hero. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, high effort play by Hero, running the floor to finish the fast break strong.
Quickly against Hero. Quickly with it. Hurdle with a screen on Hero. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing.
This is it, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Heat trail by 8 on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Their front court is Barrett and Barnes. Tick is out there with Ingram. And it's Mamu Kalashvili in at the 5 down low.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
There's the pick. In the corner, it's Ingram. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Shot clock at 5. Powell with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Adebayo against Barnes. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. And the dunk by Barnes.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Into the lane, and the basket is good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Ingram kicks to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And you got to admire the tenacity for Barnes. Love seeing him take charge like that.
To the inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And they have found plenty of opportunity to put it on the deck and take it to the hoop. Very aggressive in that area.
Powell against Ingram. Adebayo, high post. And the shot goes in.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Barnes outside. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside Ingram. Oh, he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Doesn't get that one. The Heat trail by 6. Now where? And he banks the layup in.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
Finding the lane. Got a hand on it, and he gets contact, and the coach's challenge has...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They set the pick, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Powell against Barnes. Here's Barrett. Got a piece of it.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
Count it.
The nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
And let's see what they draw up.
Takes the shot. That shot, no good. Right side, Adebayo. Powell fires. Missed on the 3. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous...
And tonight, it'll be... Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5. And for Chicago, Smith out there with Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the point guard position. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
And it's Barrett off the drive.
And Barrett's teammates and coaches love when he shows some edge, slashing to the rim with purpose.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back over to you, B.A.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's White. Smith outside. Dick against White. Takes it inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that is how you finish a drive. Kobe White.
Here's Barrett. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Smith finds White. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. White's got 6.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you every.
Here's Barrett. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Buzelis. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Nice idea by Grady Dick. I mean, he put the ball on the floor, and I think that'll open things up for him.
Giddey with a screen on Dick. White drives in. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Driving in. He makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, at first, White shows the burst. Then, the control off the ground.
Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Smith inside, working on Barnes. Giddey with a screen on Dick. Buzelis. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Barnes with a screen on Giddey. And that one's good. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
White, good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. It's Giddey on the wing. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Raptors trail by 6. Now here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, Ingram's movement can cause a lot of problems.
White looking it over. There's the drive. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Ingram. And he makes it on the layup. Ingram's got 8.
Well, we know Brandon has a smooth jumper, but man, he can really score down low.
Here's White. Uses the glass on the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside Dick. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Buzelis, covered by Ingram. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Mamukelashvili. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Jakob Poeltl, and it's Abaji in a shooting guard.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 8, and the Bulls with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Vucevic, the pass to White. Here's Mamukelashvili. The 3. Smith with the rebound. Giddey against Barrett. Now here's Giddey, guarded closely, and a missed layup. Raptors trail by 6. Here's the pick, and it's Barrett off the drive. Fires for 3. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Buzelis. He's got 6. Smith with a screen on Barrett. Pass to Vucevic. The 3. And he buries his first look.
Vucevic answering the 3.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Mamukelashvili. On the wing, Grady Dick. This one for 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Raptors trail by 3. Here's Mamukelashvili. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Giddey. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
It's White with a drive. Outside Giddey. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
How about Giddey just flicking it in? I mean, that's not an easy shot.
And he drives in. Ingram finds Barnes. Yep, that one's good. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
White with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Count it.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Raptors trail by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic, a screen on Barrett, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge. but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Yeah, the intensity behind the drive. Barnes was not going to be stopped.
Here's White. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. White's got 22 points.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Barrett is screen on Smith. Ooh, stolen by Smith. 43 seconds left to play in the half. Here's White. Banked it in off the glass. White's got 6 here in the quarter. Raptors trail by 6. Ingram into the lane. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts. The Bulls have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Pick by Vucevic. White against Tick. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And a two-handed jam!
Well, that's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
Outside Ingram. Pass to Barnes. The baseline J is off the mark.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Coby White.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Okoro and Williams are small and power forwards. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Collins with a screen on quickly. Here's Dosunmu. Here's Collins. And he makes it. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now Dosunmu. Williams is screen on quickly. Kicks it out to Collins. And the three-pointer goes. Collins has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Dosunmu for 3. And it's battle with a rebound. Raptors trail by 6. They set a pick. On the take. Lays it up and banks it in. Battle's got his first basket.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Collins with a screen on quickly. Collins outside. And there's another one for Chicago.
I thought he might get caught between the pass and the shot, but he makes a great adjustment.
Pass to Battle. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Battle's got 5.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Dosunmu goes in. For 3, Collins sinks the tray.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Picked by Pirtle. A Abaji pass to Pirtle. Nifty move. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes.
Collins with a screen on quickly. Dosunmu goes in. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Back to Dosunmu. The three is up. Rebound, Toronto. 1:09 left in the third quarter here. Collins against Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Abaji. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Collins a screen. To the left wing. Dosunmu outside. Here's Terry. Yet to see a basket. The shot no good. Pirtle with some nice D. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. And stolen by Williams. Here's Terry. Collins a screen. There's the drive. Terry, the pass to Collins. It could go. And that's not going to go. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's the Bulls up by 4. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Bulls leading by 4. So for Toronto right now. In it forward, it's Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram out there with Dick. And it's Mahmoud Kalashvili in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Pass to Vucevic. 4-3 on target from range. And the Bulls lead by 7.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Smith passes to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. With some arc, and it's good for 2.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Barrett passes to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
The assist.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Vucevic, a screen on Dick. It's White with a drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's gotten 4 this quarter.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
Here's Barrett. Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
And that one is hammered home.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Vucevic, a screen on Dick. Vucevic outside. 5 to shoot. Yes! Using that window!
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Dick with it, guarded by Vucevic. Another chance. He got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Barrett against White. Now Dick. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Bulls ball.
Bulls leading by 9. Vucevic, a screen on Ingram. Floats one up. Barnes with a rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Oh, he can't hit a tough 3. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
Barnes with a screen on Giddey. Now Barnes. And he slams it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Here's Giddey from downtown. Smith. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic, a screen on Barrett. 4 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. It's off. Raptors trail by 9. Outside Ingram. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Yeah, and when Ingram's rolling like this, you'll see the offense try to run even more through him.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Barrett. Oh, he backs it down.
That is incredible.
Jams it home.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. That one's in there.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Oh, what a jam. Holding nothing back.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And it's Dick on the attack. That one goes. Yes, sir. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Now Smith. 27 seconds left in the 4th. Barrett with a rebound. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Now Barnes. Oh, it misses.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it.
rivalry game. We all love them. Richard, how much extra attention do these games get from the players and the coaches?
Players won't say it to the media, but we know what's at stake. Since the schedule was released, these games have been circled on the calendar by both teams.
So here's Miami's starting group. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. The post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. And it's Highsmith in at the one. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Ware with it. White's there. And Vucevic pulls it down. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Into the lane. Wiggins with the block.
There's the length from Wiggins. Got the paw up and redirected the shot.
They get it back.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And Vucevic throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Richard, the Bulls knocked out of the play. Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Scooped up, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And White kicks to Vucevic. Oh, he misses the dunk. He'd have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Left side, Adebayo. Right wing. Pass to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the teardrop. Chalk up 2 there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
Kobe White taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for White.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Here's Highsmith. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. White inside, guarded by Powell. And it's the Heat on the break, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Here's Adebayo. Inside, Ware, and that one is hammered home.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
It's your 3-1.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. It's White on the wing. Down low. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by White.
Hard to deny Vuce inside when he can play over or through.
2 minutes.
Pass to Highsmith. Wiggins kicks to Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Baseline try. And it's White with the rebound.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, we got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Guys?
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's White. They swipe it. Here's Wiggins. Where great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
In the corner, Smith with it. Now here's Giddey. Defense right on him. Here's White. The shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Where marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
White drives in. High post, Vucevic.
Haywood Highsmith. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Up again. Here's Smith. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Giddey. Oh, he got it to go.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
Woo.
Ringing the bell.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
They've got Jalen Smith. Josh Giddey is out there with White. And it's Vucevic. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Here's Vucevic. Makes it off the glass. Vucevic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
Highsmith the pass to Pop. Driving in. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Bulls shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo down low. Working on Smith. Off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And stolen by Wiggins. Highsmith's shot is good. Highsmith's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
I love it when Wiggins is aggressive on offense, especially when he's near the rim.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. At the top of the key, Buzelis. Ripped away. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Out to Smith. Here's Buzelis. Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. Vucevic the pass to Smith. And the Bulls with another miss. The Heat leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
To the middle, here's Ware. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Ware's got 10 points.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Pass to Buzelis. And they get it. And the shot goes in. 6 points for him.
And you can see Buzelis has already developed that little floater game.
It's White on the wing. Vucevic setting the pick for White. And it's Vucevic in the corner. That 3 off the mark. The Heat have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And it's in there. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter.
You love it when Wiggins is aggressive in the lane. That's when he's at his best.
Vucevic a screen on Powell. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Giddey against Powell. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Bulls trail by 6. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's White. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Ware kicks to Powell. They set the screen. On deep, Adebayo. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
With the score,
Miami ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Rev it up and get ready for Rocket Fight.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Johnson. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then there's Jokic Jonas. And it's Jovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Collins finds Dosunmu. 6 to shoot. A wide open look here for Terry. Hangs home the trifecta. Terry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
There's the screen. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to Hero. Takes a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Dosunmu with it. He has yet to score. Pass to Collins. It's Terry outside. Rebound by Johnson. Miami leading by 5. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Collins kicks to Okoro. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's stolen by Johnson. To the inside, Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Both shots good from the stripe.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Terry with the screen on Hero. Pass to Okoro. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Finished off the break. Johnson's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Fires the three. And Okoro pulls it down. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Powered down as the whistle blows. A three-point play chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
Defensive foul. After the review, the rule on the floor is overturned.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay reviews is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
Hey guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Yaka Jonas. Good tee by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 9-point game. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Over to the wing. Back to Hero. Takes the three. They get it back. Jaquez finds Johnson. High arcing shot. Outside Terry. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Hero passes to Jaquez. Hero looking over the defense. Once comes over with the double team. Pass to Jaquez. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation.
Chicago ball.
Bulls trail by 4. Terry dishes to Collins. Back to Terry. It's rebounded by Jovic.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Back to Hero. With 4 seconds on the clock.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
A 3 off the inbound. And we've reached the end of the third. Miami ahead, up by 8. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got White. Jalen Smith is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Outside, Adebayo. Highsmith the pass to Adebayo. Powell kicks to Wiggins. Connects from 3-point range. And the Heat lead by 9.
And Wiggins excels at reading defenses, as well as understanding when to just catch him fire.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now here's Vucevic. He's defended by Ware. Clock at 6. Vucevic down low.
No question, Vucevic is locked in right now, just giving a ton of energy on that offensive end.
Powell outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And again, Miami with the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Bulls trail by 12. Powell on the double team. Back to White. It's tipped. To the paint. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Smith with the stop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Got it to go off the knee.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Adebayo the screen. Powell puts it right back up and in.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
White drives in, and the shot will go down.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now, Adebayo.
2 minutes.
Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
White outside. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Wiggins. That one is good.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Heat leading by 6. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. With the drive. 5 on the clock. Here's Heisman. Light covering. Giddy will pull it down. The Bulls shooting well. 50% from the floor. Vucevic outside. He's off from 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Heisman. Light covering. A great pass leads him right to the rack. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
Hey, guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
Showing the move down low.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Wiggins in the post, and he jams it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Adebayo. Giddy will pull it down. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Here's White. And so it's Miami winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...